How's it going, everybody? This is Rob and Novakast back with another video where we'll be talking about Beastars. We'll be talking about Season 2, Episode 6, Fly, O Corrupted One. And quite a bit happens in this episode. First off, I guess to kind of go down the list, if anything, and you guys let me know in the comments if I forget anything in this episode. We continue from what happened in the last video, or last episode, where Louis confronts his adoptive father about resigning from the school. Though his dad is kind of a... I don't know if I can call him a dick. More so, he doesn't play around, especially when it comes down to certain behaviors. And with Louis, that was one thing he wasn't going to play around with. But eventually he does end up signing the paperwork. In fact, at one point, with Louis kind of, pulling the gun on him, his adoptive father calls his bluff and grabs the gun, and kind of jokes about the fact that he was in drama club. Kind of, noting at the fact that he knew that it was just an act. But, anyways, at this point, Louis, with his paperwork now signed, meets the herbivore from one of the previous videos or episodes that was almost killed by the one of the compatriots at the stripper bar place. And they both have a little bit of a talk, and she kind of talks to him about whether or not to decide to leave when he still has the chance. Which, at this point, he's like, no, I'm back where I belong. I'm gonna do what I need to do. And that's about it with him. After that, we also have a moment with Guin and Legoshi, who is continuing their training, and apparently is making progress. Guin ends up kind of checking up on Legoshi and notices that Legoshi, like in the presence of meat, is calm, collective. And we have a moment where Legoshi and Guin take the piece of meat that Legoshi was using to train and bury it. But not only that, bury several other burials. And apparently they have this conversation about how Legoshi tracked down the names of the individuals who were killed or slaughtered for the pieces of meat that Legoshi used for training. And at that point decided to give them a proper burial. Which, honestly, that was a cool moment. That was a really good moment. But with this, Guin also recognizes that Legoshi may have attempted the first hurdle of his training. Though we don't know what that means yet, considering down the line Legoshi kind of questions it. But anyways, we also have a really weird moment with Legoshi and Juno, where Legoshi's trying to figure out who could have attacked him, and trying to come up, do research on, teeth or carnivore teeth. And he asked Juno to open her mouth really wide, and it was a really fucking weird scene, especially since I don't want to think about it any further. It was just really fucking weird. It made me feel uncomfortable. But anyways, afterwards we have for the close to the final bit of the episode, we have the carnivores playing a game of Jaw Wars, I think it was called, or Tug of War. And Bill, who had a score to settle with Legoshi, decided to, challenge him. And Legoshi, realizing that this might be an opportunity to, figure out who the killer might be, decided, hey, okay, I accept your challenge. But within seconds, fails. He gets, dragged by Bill on the first round. And people acknowledge the fact that he kind of seemed weaker than he usually was. And we have a quick scene where apparently Legoshi, before his training, was testing his draw strength, and it was like a really good number, but apparently now he couldn't even, like, they show him like trying to bite into an apple and he couldn't even bite into it. And Legoshi kind of questions the fact of whether or not he kind of passed through the first hurdle of his training. And at this point, it's kind of makes us wonder, what exactly does that mean exactly of him, you know, passing the first hurdle? I honestly certainly want to know. If anything, I'm kind of wondering if it's more so his mental and physical strength rather than his draw strength, like a lot of carnivores are capable of. Because Bills makes a comment about how it's not their upper body strength that counts, it's the strength of their jaw. So I'm kind of wondering if it's like for Legoshi, it's more of mental strength as well as physical that is you know, a lot better than, or like a lot greater now than it was for his jaw strength. But who knows? But we'll probably end up finding out in the next video, or next episode. So with that, I don't think I have anything else to say other than, yeah, that one scene with Juno was really fucking weird. With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and peace.